that's the way it goes. Yeah. Hey. Cooling in the cut, my head up in the gully. Beard froed out, black Jesus ain't too bummy. Lots me kinda crummy, I never let you know it. Thankful for the Netherlands, let your boy grow it. What is it? It's a mystery, only if you feel it.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Toeknee Tee. First and the 15th. I'm with my man Diamond and Daco. I'm with my fresh ass motherfucking boots too. Fuck a Jordan shit. I got these Junsters on, shit. What you talking about? But yo, I'm with a special guest today. I'm with Sir Price. Hold on. You go by many names. Which one would you like to be today?
So, you can call me Adrien. Just
okay. Well,
just like that.
What about the people?
What?
What about the people?
The people can call me Adrien too. I want them.
Okay. I like that. You want to be more personal with them. You want them to be more up in your shit. Okay.
Yeah. We do a personal interview. So
nice.
So let's keep it personal then.
So I'm with Adrien here. He's a super producer, originally from Cologne, but we're actually in Gronau. Gronau? Is that how you say that?
Yeah, we call it Gronau.
We're in Gronau right now. On the other side of Enschede. I can only pronounce Dutch shit. But I wanted to bring y'all to him today on this episode of the 1st and the 15th because he does really amazing work. I actually met him at a, they're calling it Dutch people call it a master class. They call it the bosses a master class. Anyway, I met him with the bosses with a band called Luca. And like I said, he's a super producer doing crazy things. And I just needed the world to see him. So thank you for being on the show. Cheers, player.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, man. As you see, we're in this trap spot doing our thizzle. But I want the people to know, how long have you been making music?
Jesus.
That long?
No, I started out when I was 13. That
okay.
was 2012.
Okay.
So I'm making it for almost 9 years right now.
Y'all really, I've only been producing music myself maybe 6 or 7 years. And so when y'all do tell me stories like that, I'm like, y'all are real veterans in the game. No wonder this music sounds so good. So when you first started making music, was it similar to what you're making now?
Oh, yeah, style-wise, it was similar, but sound-wise, hell no.
Not the same? It would sound like boo-boo?
You know, when I was starting out, you know, you see this interface where we are recording right now. Mm-hmm. I've seen this interface and I was like, man, I don't know anything.
It's a little daunting
right now.
Yeah,
so
it's a little, yeah.
So I had to figure it out all on my own, and you know, there were some tutorials on YouTube. You know how to.
Thank the Lord for the YouTube. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it wasn't that popular then. So now you have everything.
Yeah.
You know, but then in 2012, you know, internet was a big thing, you know. But,
yeah, it was there.
But there wasn't that much advice to how to do that.
So you're saying over the years these sort of Fruity Loops tutorials became more and more popular?
Yeah, they increased in, you know.
I didn't even think about that. I got into making music so late that I kind of thought that it was already a thing.
Yeah, it started out to be a thing, you know. Mm-hmm. But there weren't a lot of people doing it. There were just like some people figuring it out on their own, and starting to do tutorials like that. You know.
Now, while we're on the same subject of people just whipping out tutorials, do you find that that's kind of becoming a problem? Like people getting a little bit of experience and thinking they're an expert, and then running to YouTube like, "Yo, buy my course," or this and this and this. Like, do you feel like that's like an increasing thing, or do you feel like it's still kind of authentic and people, the people who were making tutorials should be making them?
There are, of course, different opinions about that. You know, some people say, "Oh yeah, when this data is so accessible, you know, when a lot of people just can't find out how to make music like that, there will be a lot of people trying themselves
flooding the markets,
you know, flooding the markets, with a lot of BS, you know."
Yeah.
But I don't think that this is a problem, because as a musician you need to have talent, you know. This is just a program that gives you the tools, and if you want to learn the tools, that's fine. And if you have tutorials, you know, you also have a book or a guidance book or an info book,
like a manual.
Yeah, like a manual. Yeah, exactly. It tells you everything you need to know, you know. And also there's a YouTube channel from FL Studio themselves, and they also teach you what new stuff, you know. Like when they added a new function, they inform you about it and tell you what it's supposed to do, you know. So the information is there to do to learn the program, you know. I don't think that this is a problem.
Okay.
Because knowing a program doesn't make you
you got to have the sauce to put on top of it.
Yeah. You need to have the talent. You need.
See, this makes me feel a little bit better because I ain't got no kind of musical training, and I just twerk Logic as best as I can. Go and get on, damn. And so when you're saying, like, you know what, knowing the program doesn't make it everything, when my songs hit, I feel a little bit better. So thank you for that, sir. So shout out everybody that makes YouTube tutorials. I got a little bit ahead of the game. You know, the people, my audience, they don't really know you. What kind of music would you classify yourself in? I know you make different kinds, but what, in the broadest of spectrums, like what kind of music would you say you make?
Electronic music.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about world music before, and I really think that I love to do this world music a lot. I love to slide into pop music a lot and then combine it with electronic shit.
The music that you make, I met him again working with a band called Luca, who's actually downstairs making dinner. Shout out him for his birthday. The music that you make for Luca, would you consider that to be more electronic, or would you actually consider that to be on the pop side?
It is
trying to get your gauge.
Yeah, it is more on the pop side. You know, I had a collaboration project with Luca. I still do a lot of music with him. You know, we write a lot together. It's always fun, but we had a collaboration project with 6 songs where
nice, that's damn near a fucking album.
Yeah, where it's near to an album. Yeah, we produced that. We wrote together, and I consider this to be a little bit more on the poppy side.
Okay.
And
is that his style, more pop stuff?
Yeah, I think he makes electronic pop as well. So we could work together very harmonically, you know.
It fits well.
It fits well because I'm doing electronic music, and the way he is pursuing pop music is also in an electronic way.
Yeah.
So, for me, this was, you can just call. Yeah, you can just add one and one together, you know.
And it works,
and it works.
I agree, man. Like my first time, the first time I met them was again at this program in iMaking with the bosses. So shout out them. And you know, I'm in the crowd watching them do their thing, and it was just this real feel good type music. Like it had that pop feel to it, but what attracted me in was like I want to work with them. Was like the bass line. It had the real like dance floor, 4 on the floor kind of bass lines. Like not it's hard, but it's not gritty in the sense that you have to be in a pitch black club to appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I really, really like that about your music. What brought you to that kind of style of music though? I mean, is that what you listened to growing up, or?
You know, I just like the feeling of low end, you know. When
sorry to cut you off, but is that when you make your music, is that where you start with?
Not necessarily. You
Okay.
know, I start with different things. You know, there's a time where I start with a melody. You know, I have a cool melody in my head. I just want to write it down.
Yeah.
First, and then I make the bass to it. You know, when I work for Surprise, which is my dancier artist name.
There you go.
There we go. I mostly start with the bass, you know.
Yeah.
Because this music is bass driven.
Yes.
This music is just 4 on the floor with some good bass. This is the recipe, and
he's not lying.
and it wouldn't make sense to start with something else, you know. But for my other stuff, which maybe has a little more harmonics, you know, and a little bit more chords than just one or two. um, yeah, then I start with, for example, a melody or with chords, with some inspiration. I try out some other bass sounds too.
What's your favorite bass sound? Like I'm sure a saw in it isn't the starting point.
Yeah, I do like to use 808s, especially for surprise, but not in a way. Rap music uses 808s.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier with the saturation and whatnot.
Yeah. So the 808 is a very clean bass sound when not distorted heavily. But to make it to give it that edge, I add a slap bass type of sound.
Okay.
Which sounds a little bit real, but I process it to sound like electronic music, I guess.
I heard about some people talking about a recent Bruno Mars track. Do you feel like when you're making your songs, especially your pop songs, do you feel like you make them to sound perfect, or do you leave a bit of room to make it feel a little ratchet?
Yeah.
I mean, in the processing, like when you're actually processing everything, do you prefer it to sound clean and tight, or do you mind it having a little on the end?
I like how you said it.
So I said it right.
Good.
A little. I like that, man. I like that. I think that's cool, especially because us musicians, we can't just listen to a song. We're kind of judging it as we go. And I think that's nice because if it's too tight, if it's too precise, it's like a computer made this.
Yeah, I get you. No, when I edit a bit, when I just play something on a MIDI keyboard, sometimes I just don't quantize it. Or,
really?
Yeah, or just
nudge it over a little bit.
Nudge it over a little bit.
I think that's cool because you can notice that on the track. Like it doesn't sound so computer generated.
Yeah.
I'm dissing the fuck out of AI. I know in 5 years y'all motherfuckers are gonna be producing records for Republic Records and all this shit. So fuck all y'all. We're trying to keep it analog as fuck up here.
No, I try to make electronic music sounds pretty organic, so that it doesn't sound like computer music. You have techno, for example.
Yeah,
this sounds really robotic.
Yeah, like it's you can tell like it's rolling off the TR-808 or whatever.
Yeah. I'm leaning more towards the house side, because Chicago, house in Chicago, it wasn't really that straight, and there was also a little bit of a
a little on the end. Yeah, it's got a little sleeves on the end.
Yeah. It wasn't that tight, and I like that sound. It makes it not electronic.
So you mentioned Chicago. Is that sort of where you got your influence from?
Later down the line, when I was trying to find out more about the roots of house music, I came across to that, and I liked how the sound was a little bit more sounded a little bit more human than electronic music I was making till that point. Yeah, and then I tried, then I tried to use my expertise from then, combine it with the stuff I learned to humanize it a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a good word, humanize it. Yeah.
Yeah, and and just put it together.
Now, I mean, you make pop music and then you make electronic music. They're two quite opposite ends of the spectrum. How are you able to I guess do such a thing? Because usually when people focus, they focus on one or the other. Do you find trouble when you're making either or? Like, do you find when you're making a pop song, do you find yourself putting underground elements in it, or is it like you just kind of know the path you're going?
I don't think that pop music and electronic music are at a different
Okay.
at a different
Ends.
end. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think pop music and electronic music, especially in the last 20 years, they go together.
Yeah. Especially when you think about like the festival scene. I noticed like
Yeah.
they've kind of made the electronic sound the pop sound.
Yeah.
That's one
yeah.
thing that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I think they grew together.
yeah, and I think the bass lines because what they did was like when I listen to some tech house songs, it's like years ago I feel like only electronic music people would appreciate that, but nowadays it's so groovy that like the average person can get down with it.
Yeah, that's true.
So for the people, are you working with besides people in the room? Are you working with any other artists? Like who are some artists that you've worked with in the past? Like vocal wise, I mean.
Oh, vocal wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am having a track coming out at May 7th.
Mm-hmm.
With
you don't have to give up. You don't have to give up the goodies if you don't want to.
Yeah, I want to surprise the people a little bit.
Okay.
My artist name. My artist name. Surprise.
Feel free.
But I do like to work with vocalists, and I actually do work with a lot of vocalists.
Mm-hmm.
There's a track coming up at May 7th. It has a pretty cool vocal line with also with former students at my university. I think it's a very cool track, and I worked with other vocalists from my university as well. Now that I'm in my senior year,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to expand my
repertoire.
Yeah,
Reach out a little bit.
Expand my vocalist social circle.
Okay.
If you know what I mean,
like the people that you work with.
Yeah, trying to get some people from outside.
Mm-hmm.
And just gaining some experience with them.
Do you find that this is gonna sound sexist as fuck, but fuck all y'all who care. Do you find that females can make a dance track pop a little bit more? The reason I ask is because like I hear male vocalists on tracks, even myself, I think about doing electronic like poppy tracks, but it's just something about that female voice that just sits in that pocket and it's just like, yeah, I hope that girl shakes it to this.
Yeah, I think you're on something there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because of the pitch of the vocal that sits a little bit higher.
Yeah.
That gives out more energy in the track, and also maybe sounds a little bit more pleasing to our ear.
Mm-hmm.
That might be it.
That's the sauce right there.
But there are a lot of different types of music. There are also a lot of nice male vocalists who have a very, very cool and unique voice. And but I don't actually know. There are also a lot of male rappers.
Sure.
And not a lot of female rappers.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So male or the male singers and vocalists, they might do better in these types of genres.
Mm-hmm.
And females,
so it's kind of it varies by song. What you're saying?
It's very song by song. Maybe it varies genre by genre. But I think it evens each other out.
Okay.
So I'm not concerned about this one.
Do you mix and master your own songs?
I do mix and master my own songs.
So you're a one-man band. You guys need to holler at my man now, like, straight up. When you're mixing and mastering these songs, let's say you get like you made a track, you send it to an artist, and you get the vocals back. Is it common that you have to alter the song to fit around the vocal, or does it? I mean, not mix and master wise, but like pitch wise. Do you feel like that happens, or do you kind of craft the song around the vocal that you're anticipating?
When I work with vocalists who top line onto the vocal,
yep,
then they are singing onto my production. You know?
So you were already kind of expecting it.
I already kind of expect what I get. For example, I expect the key.
Yeah.
I expect the pace.
Yeah.
I of course don't expect the words or the melody line or something like that.
Mhm.
But I can trust the vocalist or the songwriter to write.
I like that. Hold on. This is gonna be funny. This is gonna be funny as shit. If it connects. We're still rolling, y'all. Anyway, so like okay, cool. So you're saying when you get the vocal back, like you kind of already know what to join. Because the reason I ask is because a lot of times producers, they'll hear me, they'll be like, I made this song with you in mind. And so, I mean, me being an engineer myself, I know like if I get a certain instrument, it's not just going to slide in there. You know, you can't just take anything. And so it's as if they built it around my voice. And so you're saying before you send the beat out, you kind of know what you're expecting to get back. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. It's kind of like that's really a production of the song because you know you're anticipating not only what you can produce but also what the final whatnot.
But the vocalist needs to be good. You know.
Yeah, that's the criteria.
Yeah, but you know if you just hit up random vocalists and just say, "Yo, would you like to sing on my song? Would you like to sing on my song?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, that might not work out. Even though if the vocalist is good,
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't fit your track,
Okay.
it might sound garbage, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be. Exactly. So you as a producer, you also have to do the job to find the right people that suit your track
Yep.
or suit the production.
Yep.
Yeah, and roll with that, you know.
Nice. So when you're looking for artists, what are some of the things that because I'm pretty sure people hit you up. What are some things that you look for? Like, is it on a case by case basis? Like you got this song and you're looking for a particular type of voice, or do you think, hey, I want to find this kind of vocalist? How does that work?
You know, when I produce, sometimes I have a melody in mind. You know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe already a top line, or you know 3 or 4 words
Yeah.
that might fit into the production, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they give me that vibe to continue the production, you know?
Yeah.
And then when I continue producing, you know, I try to imagine what kind of voice would sound really amazing to
finish it
to this song, you know. And then I try to imagine the voice, you know. How does it sound like? Is it dark or is it light? Does this voice have an attitude, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or is this voice a little bit more laid back and chilling a little bit more, you know? And then I try to find the vocalists to maybe if it is a high energy song, you know, and you know a girl or a guy who delivers this high energy, you know, you hit him up and say, yo, hey, would you look I have something laying around right there. A very high energy track, and I know you love like these kind of high energy tracks.
Show swag.
Would you like to join me with this one, or the other way around? If it's more a laid back song, you know, and you know someone who can sing very laid back and very very cool, give a very cool vibe.
Sounds like you definitely do your research and your due diligence on it, like to complete the project.
I do my research, but yeah, you have to know a lot of people to pull that up, you know, very very consistently, you know.
Yeah, because I guess you're picking from a pretty select pool there.
Yeah.
Now with Corona going on, I mean, because you know, recording and the song making process is a part of like the musician process, and so we know like the gig process is slowed down. But has the recording and have you felt like Corona has impacted, like you know, the producer world?
It has.
Okay, in what way would you say?
I think you don't make that connection anymore. You know.
It's not so organic when you meet the people.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know this now you have to do it over the internet.
Yeah. I like that actually.
and you don't you don't get the connection. You know. You can do sessions over Zoom or over Skype, you know.
We actually did a session over Zoom. That was my first time doing one strictly over Zoom. That was cool. But keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We did a session over Zoom as well, which is cool. But when you're recording as a producer, you have to support the vocalist. You know.
You want to touch them and be able to. Yeah.
To
okay.
grab.
Okay.
No.
Like get your shit together.
No. I mean, when the vocalist is recording his vocals, you know. You might as a producer you have a second pair of ears.
Yeah. Another opinion.
Yeah. And if you know what to say, you can say, okay, can you sing it a little bit differently, you know?
Twerk it like this, yeah.
Can you make it? Can you sing it with a lot more energy, or can you sing it with a little bit more feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Or concentrate on this word, on that word. Over the internet, the singer has to figure out everything on his own.
Yeah, and that's why like when I spoke with Luca earlier, it was like yo, give me some tips while I'm here because we're working on a song and it's he similarly gave me some tips, but again it was via Zoom. But now that we're here in person, it's like I can get a lot more of what he's talking about. So I fully understand that. Yeah. I've always kind of done a lot of things via the internet, and so I'm kind of partial to that. But what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Like when you're in the room, it's not so much trial and error.
Yeah.
It's not so much like, oh, did he mean this? And you send it, and then he sends back like, oh, okay. So I get that, man. So I guess the Corona has hindered the production world a little bit. It doesn't make it so, I guess the efficiency of it.
Yeah, it's not that efficient, but but right now, you know, it was very strange when the first lockdown hit. Yeah, you know, on the second lockdown, you're like, all right, I don't want to work like this anymore. We need to meet up and just get this
hash it out, get this shit over with.
Yeah, of course, because it's just so much like texting forward and texting back, you know, improving this, improving that. It isn't fun. No, you know, it takes more time. You know, you have less. Yes, you have less social. You know,
that link. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
You have less of social link.
You're basically talking to a computer.
Yeah,
talking to a screen.
You're talking to a screen.
Well, I mean, that was actually a good moment because I actually wanted to sort of wrap it up. So it's good to hear how producers were affected by this because, I mean, I mentioned to you before, like music videos, I feel like they're still kind of rolling. But, you know, so the videographers, I feel like they're not missing out on much. But I didn't think the producers were kind of missing out on much. But I have heard a lot of producers complaining. So that's interesting to finally get a take on that.
Yeah, I've also heard a lot of producers complaining about the second lockdown we have right now. I'm not that affected, to be honest, you know. I'm just
still doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm just doing my thing, and I don't let myself affect from the media or the surroundings.
I think that's what a lot of it is,
people,
man. You know? Everybody's online bitching, so then yeah.
You know, I try to say positive because I'm a positive person by myself, you know, and this helps a lot, and because I didn't like the first lockdown so much. Okay. I tried to get used to it. Yeah. You know, and just try to do my way around the lockdown.
Little workarounds, yeah.
Yeah, to still see a lot of people, you know, and don't and don't necessarily, keep the 1.5 meters of distance.
No, man, I feel that shit because, like, I've been saying it for a while. I feel like a lot of what brings people down is when they get online. And the only reason I really want the lockdown to be over is because every time I get online, people are bitching about the lockdown.
Yeah.
But whole time, the way I see it is like, people like you and I, it's like, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So for the world, it's like if you're really doing what you're supposed to be doing, chasing your dreams, like you really don't notice the lockdown. That's how I've understood it.
Yeah.
Until you get online and you see people bitching about it.
Yeah. I caught myself how I didn't think about lockdown or coronavirus for a week.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. And then I thought about it. Whoa, I didn't hear about it for a week.
Yeah.
and this felt strange, because it was conditioned to the people for a year.
Like misery. Like we gotta fucking be under. Oh. Well, cool, man. I think we're gonna wrap it up though. It was really, really great talking with you about your experience as a producer. Do you want to divulge anything to the people? I'm gonna have your Instagram handle on the screen, so don't worry about that. But if you wanna, is there anything you want to tell people? You don't have to, but is there anything you want to tell people before we log?
So the only thing that comes into my mind is thank you for having me.
No worries, man.
It's cool. It's also cool to make an interview like that because I don't do it that often. I'm not
exclusive, bitch.
It's pretty exclusive.
Hey.
Yet. but it's very cool to do something like that. Thanks.
Well, cool, man. No worries, player. Again, thanks for being on the 1st and 15th. Y'all, we'll see y'all later. We out. Yo, stay home, wash your motherfucking hands.
Bye-bye.